KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning. Happy Monday. God bless. I'm Dominique Dupree. This show is called First Things First. And my first thing every single day is always prayer. Giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God. Asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders. And let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it. So this is how we do things on a Mindful Monday. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're an OG, welcome. So this is how we do it. Hour one, we look local, left coast side of town. Hour two, we go national, international, and beyond. But we start off with Mindful Monday, where we get our intentions right, gather ourselves for the week ahead. Then hour three, we do a deep dive on a hot topic or a hot person or both. Well, today is Black Marriage Monday. The last Monday of every month is Black Marriage Monday. We try not to forget, to remember, to focus on the personal as well as the political, our relationships. And so we do Messy Monday, the third Monday of every month, and we do Black Marriage Monday, the last one. Well, okay, so today's a day where Del Harrison tries to marry me off. Just kidding. We're not really though. She is a comedian, but she feels, her and her crew, because there's a whole group of them, that they can find you a wife or a husband. And so we'll hear what they have to say about what it takes to find that happily ever after, find your person. On this Black Marriage Monday, we'll be joined by Del Harrison and King James, her lifestyle influencer friend. And they're going to bring us the Black Marriage Monday conversation. Of course, hour two, we'll talk with Sahara Ali for our Mindful Mondays. Right now, it's me, you, that guy, Miles Lowe, and the telephone, microphone, megaphone, whatever you got going. And we usually look what's happening left coast side of town, but whatever's on your mind, they're all connected, all of our 50 states. And our thousands of states of mind. Did you watch the BET Awards at all last night? I did. I didn't watch the whole thing. I usually don't even watch a lot of award shows because, I don't know, I'll tap in. But usually I prefer to go back and look at the highlight reel rather than looking at the whole show. But I did look at a lot of the BET Awards last night. It did kind of have this vibe of a revival, like the BET Awards are back. I think one of the reasons I tuned in was because Drewski was hosting, and he really has a lot of buzz and momentum. I like some of his skits that I see online. I think you could see for sure with the BET Awards, the rise of the influencer, the rise of the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok person, because there were a number of folks that were playing key roles that were not part of what we would think of as traditional Hollywood or traditional entertainment, including Drewski. I think, he did fine. A lot of people that are internet stars. Like, remember, we had Country Wayne on this show. And I guess the rap with comedians is that internet comedians aren't funny in real life. Or they can only do, those 30-second, 10-second, 90-second clips that are popular on the internet. But I felt like he did good. The question of charisma, razzle-dazzle, Hollywoodism, I think it was definitely giving all of that. So congrats going out to BET. I feel like we need a little bit of, black frolicking right now because of the dire state of our country. So it was nice to see folks dressed up and frolicking. And, Keke Palmer just everywhere. She's just like, she's having her... really having she's having a long moment. She's been a star forever. And of course, one of the highlights of the evening was Janet Jackson popping out as a surprise to give an award to now of course I'm blanking on her name. One
Taylor.
battle after another. Yeah, Tiana Taylor, right. And Tiana Taylor was crying. People love Janet Jackson. Like she's like the queen. She's like an actual queen. An earned queen, not a, inherited queen. Everybody was talking about her. And of course I noticed one detail. Did you see any of it, Miles? You don't usually watch award shows at all.
A little bit of it bled into my Instagram feed when I woke up this morning, doom scrolling.
Did you notice Janet Jackson had on a Tupac T-shirt?
I did. I saw that. That popped up. So yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. What did you make of that?
I mean, the spirit of Pac is alive and well, y'all, and the Queen popping out, rocking his name is even more of the proof of it in my mind. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool. I mean, what do you think of it? Was supposed to think anything deeper than that of it, or?
No, I think it was, just given that they had their little controversy when they did Poetic Justice and all that. And I think it was nice that she paid tribute to him in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's 30 years of his passing this year, so I get it.
And some of us I feel like some of us, I mean, certainly, I'm not on the level of a Janet Jackson in terms of people knowing me, but I feel like those of us who have been around that whole time and we know the truth from the made up stories for clicks, I feel like we kind of have a little responsibility or at least privilege to step up and represent. So I thought that was cool that she did that.
Shout out Jen. I'm glad she popped out and was able to get her flowers and be seen. For sure,
Yeah,
for
well,
everybody culture.
people, I mean, I feel like she's getting her flowers everywhere she goes. People love Janet Jackson. I think she's one of the most beloved entertainers right now.
Good. That's good for her. I'm glad so.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's getting the flowers for sure.
Yes, indeed.
I
I was
wonder how she
glad
felt
too.
about the Drewski skit making fun of Joe. That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean, they've got to be used to it, Miles.
Yeah, I feel that's what I'm saying. I think that we're at a point now where we look at somebody like a Drewski and we should all be able to laugh at the skit of Drewski being a skit artist, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, and but the Jackson family in particular,
Sure, right.
they've had movies, mini series. They've been on Saturday Night Live, endless Saturday Night Live sketches. Like, I know some things you never get used to, like waking up to do this show at 6 a.m. They're never going to get used to it. I don't care what y'all say. Oh, you get used to it. No, you don't. But so, I mean, I don't mean they should be bulletproof on it, but you kind of got to be, you can't be as thin skinned at a certain point after you're at that level of fame. I just don't see. You couldn't survive.
It comes with territory at this point. I got you.
Yeah, you couldn't survive. I mean, if you're Janet Jackson, Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, there's only a few that are at that level. Drake, then it comes with it. And there's a really easy way to make it stop. Well, not if you're Janet, but for most people, just stop making hits and go away.
Well, then you get a whole different set of jokes.
If people still care, yeah.
I mean, now you're just material. Now you're not even like high end material. You're just you're recyclable material. You're biodegradable at that. That's a bar. Your whole bio's degradable at that point. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw what you did there. Yeah, it's that full moon in Capricorn. I noticed that it's making me corny this morning. Not that you're corny, Miles, but I feel like I'm a little corny today. 800-920-1580. That's the number to call from wherever you be at. You can also hop on YouTube there in the comments, the KBLA delegation. And they're also, we're streaming on Facebook right now. I enjoyed a little entertainment. I'm happy to see people celebrating the World Cup. I did have a lot of empathy for Iran. They lost, and one of the guys from the team made a speech talking about how it really wasn't fair, and I agree with that. If one team has to go back across the border every time, they get no recovery time, they get treated like crap, and other teams get to go to their luxury hotels and go to sleep, it isn't fair. And I think that is a terrible, terrible thing that the United States did. And Trevor Noah asked a really good question. Why do all of the African teams have to answer for the politics of their nations? And we'll include Iran in that, even though they're whatever, considered Middle Eastern, whatever that is. But the European teams don't. No one expects the European teams to explain why, Britain can't keep a prime minister, why Hungary is going fascist, if the French First Lady is a man. Like, no one asks them that. But the African teams have to answer for not just their current administration, but the entire history of their nation. Again, not fair. You're putting a kind of pressure on these players that you don't put on others. It's if white privilege was a country in a soccer tournament. And I just want to call it out. I thought that was dope that Trevor Noah called it out. I thought it was correct and really classy the way the Iranian team did it without yelling or acting whiny, just stating the facts. It wasn't fair. And I hate to say this, but I kind of don't think we deserve to have the World Cup come back to this country, at least until we get a president that knows how to play fair and not be a whiny bee. Speaking of that, 800-920-1580, did you see America's World's Fair? We got a lot to talk about. 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DePrima for Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA, Talk 1580.
Thanks for starting your morning off with a voice that speaks truth to power and the powerless, getting to the heart of what matters most in our community. This is where authentic conversation meets real action. From breaking news and politics to culture and community solutions, this is where you hear perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. This is where we come together, get informed, and make change happen. You're inside First Things First with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Good morning, sunshine. You make my day.
See website for details. MyFastCash.com is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
The mechanic called. The repair's going to be $750.
Oh, we got rent and the car payment. On top of groceries, gas, and other bills. We don't have an extra $750 right now.
We could try MyFastCash.com. When short on expenses, you can go to MyFastCash.com and can get money as soon as the next day.
MyFastCash.com?
Yes, they can connect you to one of the largest lender networks, and you can get a loan even with bad credit. We could be approved for up to $5,000 fast.
$5,000? That must be a long process.
Nope, approval can happen in just a few minutes right from your phone, and funds could hit our account by tomorrow.
If you have a regular source of income and a bank account, you could be approved for up to $5,000, even with bad credit history. And the cash can hit your bank account the next day.
Honey, I'm going to MyFastCash.com right now.
Thank goodness.
If you need extra cash, go to MyFastCash.com. That's MyFastCash.com. MyFastCash.com.
Loan availability, approval, and funding times vary. Terms apply.
In a world full of noise, one station keeps it real. KBLA Talk 1580, where the conversation goes deeper, the voices sound like yours, and the issues that matter most to our community take center stage. Progressive, powerful, unapologetically us. Whether you're driving through the city or tuning in from your home or office, join the public square. KBLA Talk 1580, your home for talk that enlightens, encourages, and empowers. Listen live on our free KBLA 1580 app, on our website at KBLA1580.com, or on your radio dial at 1580 AM.
Unapologetically progressive.
Don't be anxious or confused about AI. Take control of your career when you get the skills to tackle real business problems and design specialized solutions. HR Dive reported that entry-level talent with applied AI credentials can receive up to a 25% salary boost. But where do you find training that you can trust? Future-proof your career and deliver more value with Humans Lead the Way AI. Their hybrid learning courses use practical definitions, real-world examples, and strategic insights to help you and your team understand AI with confidence. No magic, no hacks, no shortcuts. Just practical knowledge that helps you use AI more successfully. Don't wait. AI can never replace people who know how to use it well. Register for courses today at humansleadtheway.com. That's humansleadtheway.com.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DePrima right now.
Now, Miles, did you say we're up for the Women's World Cup? The U.S. is up to host that?
Yeah, it's between, us, Mexico, and... us, Jamaica, and Costa Rica, up to host the Women's World Cup in 31, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, FIFA is reportedly, allegedly so corrupt that it's probably going to end up here, but I really think it would be a more pleasant experience for the athletes if they were in Costa Rica or Jamaica. No, aside from the fact that those are beautiful places.
Right.
I have never been to Jamaica, so I'm just guessing.
Been to Montego Bay. I love it.
Yeah, everyone I know that goes there, parties there, enjoys it. And the people are nice. From what I can tell. Costa Rica I haven't been to either, but I know a guy that went there on vacation and never came back. He wasn't just a guy, he was a radio. He was like a well-known radio host with a great job. Yeah, he never came back.
Ain't not mad with that. Well, look, the thing is, though, with the women's, though, I guess we've won. I'm looking now. I'm not a soccer fanatic, but I guess we won 2 of the last 3 women's World Cups.
Yeah, the U.S. women's team is
kick butt.
Yeah, it's no comparison to the men's. The men's U.S. team, they've been doing pretty well this World Cup, but generally they're not. That's why Ed was dissing them. They're generally not one of the top teams, whereas the U.S. women, yes, they're a powerhouse. So that's why I said, beside from the fact that FIFA is allegedly quite corrupt, why they would probably pick the U.S. even though, I don't know. We'll have a different president by then. Will they be a better president? I don't know. Or else we'll have a different whole system because the whole thing is going to come down. If people keep lying, cheating, and looting, burning and looting like they're doing in the White House right now, we may end up with a whole different system.
Smart cities by then.
Is that good or bad?
I personally would say bad, but I mean, it's something just giving you a forecast on what we probably be looking forward to.
I mean, you're in the smart city scenario where everything is, tracked, which it pretty much is now, but where we're at full Big Brother, that means we're in the same system. Yeah. That means
we're further into the simulacra than we are now.
Yeah, the oligarchy has completely taken over by then.
Palantir got you for sure.
But what I'm talking about is a revolution, however that happens, whether it's a mindset revolution, an actual war, a revolution in consciousness, whatever it is. And I feel like 2032 is right around the corner, but I don't think it's sustainable what they're doing right now. I mean, if the Trump administration continues to plunder the Treasury and the Vance administration or the Ivanka administration or whoever's next, and prices continue to go up and they keep spending all of our money on forever wars, and the gap between poor and rich grows and grows and grows and keeps growing the way it is now, this country, this empire will not stand. I don't think it will.
So you're saying we won't be having the World Cup in 31 is what you're saying?
Well,
you're saying we won't be watching the World Cup.
I'm saying who is the we? That's what I'm saying. Who is the we? That's what I'm saying. I think there will be a World Cup in 2032.
Be a world, and there'll be a world to have a World Cup in 2031.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think so. But what world is the question? And I don't know the answer to that. I mean, 2032 is right around the corner. We could very well be just in a further along down the road, iteration of the oligarchy. We could see an electoral revolt, or we could see a full-on revolution. We'll see. We'll see. What I know is that the predatory, plundering capitalism style is not sustainable.
It's not going to last forever.
It can't.
These data centers popping up and drinking all the water. Let's see what the athletes got to drink in 2031.
Yeah, the fans too. I mean, for that matter.
Who cares about the fans? Right?
When your greed means that you would suck dry the planet and suffocate your own children, we're at demon level.
Yeah,
for sure. Demon level. I mean, we are watching pure actual evil, and they don't even know how to throw a party. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what the system will be like then.
Yeah, that's. I'm curious what the countries are gonna look like then. I'm seeing now, because I haven't watched a whole bunch of the World Cup, but I'm seeing it's nothing but melanin popping, just like the Olympics. Every team's got melanin popping and shining right now. So I'm curious which countries are really gonna be invited and which ones are gonna really dominate in the 2031 Olympics. Because a lot of these people are going back to their home countries now and talking about revitalizing those national teams and letting the African teams kind of fall by the wayside. I think that now they're starting to shine and bring their own,
yeah,
major
but it's the same situation as the U.S. because a lot of our great athletes are of African descent, but they're American. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those black people playing for the British teams are immigrants. They're Brits.
Right, but not like the U.S. though. The U.S. we have a lot more people that are black Americans that are playing. Am I right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they have black Brits playing. It's like the Olympics. If you watch track and field, every team is black. Even if they don't want any African immigrants in their country, even if they hate black people, when it comes to track and field at the Olympics, the team is going to be black. A lot of them are going to be black.
I'm saying, though, too, is that just like the Olympics, you're able to choose which team you represent for.
Right.
And a lot of people that are talking about going back to representing the African country instead of representing
I get that. And what I'm saying is those are the ones that are not. I mean, I guess they could be like Naomi Osaka, who is a U.S. citizen but went and represented Japan.
Right.
I guess they could do that. That could happen. But what I'm saying is a lot of those folks aren't African citizens. They're British citizens. They're citizens of Germany or whatever country it is where they play.
A lot of that is just because they're great soccer players. It's not like they came over because...
Well, some of them are second, third generation in that country, and they still have their mom is from Kenya or their dad is from Kenya or both of their, parents are from Senegal or whatever, but they're citizens of that country. They grew up in Britain.
Right.
You can still go, though. I mean, but it would be like African-American play, except for that we don't know which country we would be playing for because we were stolen.
Right. I'm saying we're watching the Colonizer Bowl go on in real time, y'all, with this World Cup. So I'm seeing the things that peek through it makes me go every time I see these goals get scored.
It's just like
who these crowds are cheering for and who the matchups are and the back line between some of these matchups. So yeah,
I think it's just more obvious in soccer because that's true in every sport. But the consciousness is changing. To your point, for sure. Consciousness is changing. I saw a post on Instagram that said the World Cup is just our Africans are better than your Africans.
Right, exactly.
But that's how I feel about Olympic track and field. It's just our black people are better than your black people. They could be black Americans, they could be black Swedes, but anyway, I enjoy that melanin too, the melanatedness of it all.
I think also, unlike the track and field, though, you can get your gold medal and you're the gold medal winner. It's not necessarily a whole. I mean, you're bringing pride and joy to your country for sure. But if you're Usain Bolt and you're representing Jamaica, you're gonna get the accolades over what somebody who's running in America would get. You know what I'm saying? You're
gonna get the gold, but the medal count is still real. If Usain Bolt bolted for the U.S. and started suddenly repping the U.S. team because he got citizenship, Jamaica would feel a way.
Sure.
So the end of it, you do get the individual, but you rep. That's why people were trying to talk trash about Naomi Osaka but Japan came through with some money and sponsorship. Hello. There's that. I mean, especially when you're talking about supposedly non-professional sports like the Olympics, where everybody's supposed to be an amateur, which is just it's just like, to me, that's like college sports. We don't want to pay you, so we're going to call you amateur, even though we're making millions off of it.
The conversation to have. What is an amateur athlete now? I think, everybody's professional now.
It's just an excuse not to pay people. That's all it is, I think. I mean, if you're competing and the world is paying billions of dollars for the television rights to see you, right, that is not amateur.
Jersey selling, you're getting, yeah. Nobody's amateur anymore. Wow.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, the Pee-wees are barely amateur anymore.
Barely.
We got news, traffic, and sports, then more. We got a lot to talk about, actually. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News. Now, there will be no mention of former NFL running back O.J. Simpson on the Wall of Fame at the new Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The Buffalo Bills CEO said Simpson is not a fit for what the Bills family and stadium represents. Simpson spent 9 seasons with Buffalo and died of cancer in 2024. According to CPAC, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California is the worst of the 11 U.S. venues hosting World Cup games. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts is the favorite. And hundreds of millions of dollars will be up for grabs this week in both the Mega Millions and Powerball lotteries. The Mega Millions jackpot is more than $500 million. The next drawing is tomorrow. The Powerball drawing is today. It's worth at least $360 million. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
If you're planning to watch Serena Williams' first singles match in 4 years, you're going to have to be up early or take some time away from work. Serena's first round match at Wimbledon is scheduled for Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. ESPN will have live coverage. Serena is facing Maya Joint of Australia. Joint is 24 years younger than Serena. The 44-year-old Compton native is making a comeback after retiring from tennis in 2022. The Dodgers beat San Diego Sunday 4-2. The Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the Padres in San Diego. They increased their lead in the NL West to 10 games. Dodgers shortstop Mookie Betts was 2 for 4 at the plate. Betts delivered a 2-run single with the bases loaded. In the last 10 games, Betts is batting .366 with 15 hits and 9 RBIs. The Dodgers are 5-1 on their current road trip. They start a 3-game series tonight in Sacramento against the A's. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wishing happy birthday to KBLA. 5 years old, yeah, with more that's coming your way. Congratulations, come on, y'all, let's celebrate. Happy, happy birthday to KBLA. Look, 5 years deep and we still going up. Built it from the ground, now the real knowing us. Real talk on the air, then the truth get heard. Every day the proof getting served. He had a vision and he stayed with the plan. Now they tapped in from the beach to the land. Never back down, 7 days of the week, still going up now. We 5 years deep. Wishing happy birthday to KBLA. Happy smiling, you did it with 5 years today. Congratulations, come on y'all, let's celebrate. Happy, happy birthday to KBLA.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Some interesting developments as it relates to Destination Crenshaw, or Procrastination Crenshaw as it's known around these parts. So just north of us on Crenshaw Boulevard in the 10th Council District, there's a black-owned restaurant called The District. Apparently, the restaurant is in some sort of legal dispute with the landlord, and it's gotten pretty ugly. So ugly, in fact, that the 3 black members of the LA City Council recorded a video in support of the restaurant, which is now circulating online. You might have seen it by now. To be clear, here at KBLA, we have nothing but love for Council members Heather Hutt and Curran D. Price Jr., who have been real champions for this particular black-owned and operated business, even though KBLA does not sit in either of their council districts. But take a listen to our 8th District Council member, Marquise Harris Dawson, who, as you know, is also president of the LA City Council.
Marquise Harris Dawson, President of the Los Angeles City Council and Representative of District 8. We just want you to know, from the 10th District to the 8th District and all across the city, we love the district. We support Tyree and the whole team that's there. It's one of the most beloved sports watching facilities in our district, and we all stand by them 100%.
All right, now for starters, lip service is not leadership, and slogans are not solutions. That said, I played that video at least 5 times. I mean, I was gobsmacked. The council president stands with black businesses 100%? Oh, really? Is that just in the 10th council district? Good brother, you need to travel south down Crenshaw about a half mile. When you get to Vernon, get out the car and walk a few blocks. Ask the black business owners in your 8th council district how they feel about being economically asphyxiated, not by an alleged predatory landlord, but by a city project that you launched years ago and cannot seem to get across the finish line. Can I keep it real? Can I keep it real? What is the point of having a black city council president if he cannot find the funds to finish a years delayed project in his own district? What is the point of having a black city council president who cannot curate a business interruption development fund for the suffocating businesses in his own district? I declare, these black faces in high places don't mean diddly squat if they cannot deliver for black people. In the next editorial, I'm going to tell you what accountability looks like. And if the city still can't figure it out, well, I guess we'll have to show them what accountability looks like. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, I do appreciate you always. 800-920-1580 is the number if you want to call in. And we were talking about the Olympics and World Cup. Apparently, the city of LA has finally reached a deal with organizers of the 2028 Olympic Games. It has to be approved by the mayor and the city council. But under this deal, the LA 28 committee would pay for some parts of the cost of the Olympics. The Olympics cost hundreds of millions, literally hundreds of millions, for things like trash pickup, police overtime, just all the costs. It's a lot of cost to cities, which is why many places end up losing money when the Olympics come to their town. And LA in 1984 did really well, but that was a different environment in a different committee. We actually made money. The LA 84 Foundation is still living off that endowment and endowing money to youth sports programs all over LA. It'd be amazing if we could repeat that. But there's concern that we can't because of the political and economic environment that we're in right now. So what they're saying is that LA 28 will give the money to cover things that are not able to be covered by the feds. And they're going to give it in advance. Things like extra trash pickup and stuff like that. And then if some things end up not being covered, like maybe who knows everything, considering who's the resident of the White House right now, that they would consider reimbursing some of those costs that the feds don't end up covering. So we shall see what Mayor Bass and the City Council have to say about it, but it's a good sign. At least they're starting to hammer out somewhat of an agreement. It's been very slow going, actually. And according to what the LA Times is reporting, the police costs, security for these venues, is meant to be covered by the federal government. And we'll see if the federal government really does, because they love to hate California right now. And if they don't, then LA 28 is meant to at least pay part of that. So we shall see how that goes down. Really, I know this isn't local, but I'm so sad for Venezuela. It's like 50,000 people missing. And the death toll is just rising and rising, and I do think it's something that we Angelinos, at least for me, I feel it more than maybe other places because I know we're vulnerable. And I was reading that the architects have been warning the Venezuelans that those tall buildings are built on soft earth and that they would collapse. We have a little bit of that here. The cement buildings that haven't been retrofit yet. Some of those folks that like to build on cliffs on Malibu and stuff like that, or some of those beach tall buildings along the beach I've read need to be retrofit, and it's scary. It's really scary. And imagine you have your president kidnapped by the U.S., right? Your oil stolen, and now this massive earthquake. 1,500, they're close to 1,500 deaths. A lot of times with earthquakes, even big earthquakes, the death toll is low. 20 people, maybe 10 people, sometimes 100. Earthquakes, most of the time, don't claim these huge death tolls. And usually it's because the infrastructure isn't built up to the standard that we would build it, but we are vulnerable. And every time these things happen, I feel like we should help, but also we should get our earthquake kits together. If you live in Cali especially. That go bag, most of us pulled it together for the fires. But you got to have, probably a radio, like a little battery-operated radio, water, your medications in a bag, your insurance documents inside some plastic, because if it gets wet, it'll be ruined. And a lot of people have trouble getting help because they don't have their documents. Or else email everything to yourself so you have a copy of it virtually. You got to have flashlights. I laugh because I have like heavy gloves and boots by my bed because I've been in too many earthquakes. Big ones. Like the one in San Francisco. I almost got buried in videotape. I think we would be well served to do anything we can to help, but also to take it as a wake-up call and a warning. 50,000 people missing is crazy. And yeah, did you see the video of that baby they rescued?
Oh, yes, I did.
Ooh, that was heartwarming, but also scary.
I remember you spoke to me on just Friday, Dominique, and it was like, oh, yeah, there's only like 200 people that are gone. I told you then, like, it's about to skyrocket. Like,
yeah,
it was.
You did say that.
It's twin earthquakes that hit. Not just one earthquake, it's twin earthquakes that hit the same.
Back to back.
Yeah. So.
But that's not unusual. I mean, they tend to come in clusters, right? Aftershock, foreshock. And so, but not necessarily at that strong, but still.
7.1, 7.9 or whatever in a minute and a half, 2 minute long span,
Yeah, it's scary.
You seeing this weather, like how this is shaping up right now to start this summer?
Like earthquake weather?
I'm saying in general, I'm saying you got the earthquakes, they got that heat wave in Europe right now.
And one coming to the U.S.
One's coming to the U.S. About to be a hot 4th of July.
Yeah, this week, hotter than July, as Stevie Wonder would say.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think it's so much here in Cali. I think it's more Midwest and East Coast.
Talking about for the 4th of July, for the D.C., for the USA 250, it's going to be 100 degrees in D.C.
I'm sorry, but there was no one there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, there were literally probably just the Trump administration staff that were there. The pictures I saw, and it's free. If you can't get people to a free event, you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's not going to help that it's hot, but I think no one was going anyway. How does this guy keep winning, though? That's what I don't understand. His poll numbers are crap. People are walking out of his speeches. They're bored. And he keeps winning these primaries. It's wild to me. I'm not saying he's cheating. I do think he may have cheated in the general. But some kind of, maybe it's, I don't know. How does that work? I think it is the money. A lot of it is the money pouring in, this tech bro money. This Julia Letlow won the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate in Louisiana. That's another Trump candidate. That was Saturday. He keeps winning, even though his poll numbers are in the toilet. His state fair is an embarrassment. He's losing wars.
I say, it may look like you're winning on the front of it, but that's makeup. I've seen pigs with wigs a whole bunch of times in my life. I don't think this is gonna end well just because it looks like it on the forefront for everybody. I think that they're actually losing somewhere, and I think they're just great branding, and they own the media, and it may, just be how it seems for us right now. But sooner or later, it's going. You're seeing it crack little by little from the inside out. So. No,
yeah.
It's not working. It's not going to work. It's not sustainable.
It's. Well, I also think it is the money. Because, when you have an oligarchy, that's one thing you have is money. So you can pour millions of dollars into these primaries in ads. And, I was happy to see that didn't really work well in California. Well, at least not in L.A. We did get the billionaire-backed gubernatorial candidate, number 2. In the ticket for governor, so we'll deal with that. But I think it's, I think a lot of it is the money. I just have to keep reminding myself, because how can a guy be such a train wreck and keep winning these primaries?
Exactly,
it's crazy.
A boot in your own state, man. When you came and sat courtside at the not courtside in your big rich homie suite at the Knicks game during the finals, man. It's the Knicks game. They're cheering everybody on, and you get booed in your own home city, man. The people are speaking. Every day.
Yeah, but see, New York knows him. That's why. New York knows Trump. They know him as the guy who took out a full-page ad against some innocent until proven guilty young black man calling for their, the death penalty. They know him as the guy who rips off contractors and doesn't pay his workers. They know him as the guy who rails against immigrants but has undocumented people cleaning his golf clubs for less than minimum wage. They know him as the crass weirdo that, was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and partying in Studio 54. So I think they know him better than most of America.
And they don't forget, but they have let a lot slide for a lot of people that have done a lot. I don't want to say a lot less, because you can't do too much less than Trump, I don't think, but...
Too much less of what?
They've let people who have done crimes equally or worse to Trump slide and get their reputation, still be upheld and be a hero in places like New York before. New York loved their own people. That's why I said, even when they said he was going to come to the game, I'm thinking New York is still going to champion him because it's New York. That's the energy New York was shown at the time.
New York people love New York people who earn it. They don't love silver spoon folks. Some, but not in as a general rule.
Okay.
Because I've
been Silver Spoon Boy his whole life though, and they've loved him.
I think other people have loved him. I don't think New Yorkers ever loved Trump.
Okay.
I got family there, and I'm not just talking about my black side of my family, like my Italian side of the family. They always, a guy who cheats his way through business school. I don't know. I think hip-hop America loved him. Hollywood America loved him. I don't think New York ever really loved him.
Okay.
And now they hate him. You see the people chanting outside of Trump, singing outside of Trump Tower. We hate you. New York hates you, Donald Trump. That's what they were singing. Anyway, yeah. But he's winning primaries. So far, he's getting rich. America's not getting rich, but he's getting rich. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. You see a downhill trajectory. Is that what you say? Is that what you're saying, Miles? You see him
I'm watching
sliding.
It tumble. Watching the party die in real time. I'm loving every minute of it. Not gonna lie to you. It's a movie for sure, but I'm loving the plot of it. It's tumbling.
The physical and mental deterioration is obvious.
Physical, mental, the support around you, the image, the facade, the whole aura. These other countries laying the smack down too on you, man. The whole world.
He has no life force. It's one thing to fall asleep during someone else's speeches. Now he looks like he's going to fall asleep during his own speeches.
In your own front yard games that you call for your birthday. It's your birthday party that we celebrating on this White House lawn. You falling asleep during your party, old man?
That's supposed to be 250 of America. But, yeah, it really was a big birthday party for Trump. Well, you know, I love the fact, I don't care if your America's State Fair has people or doesn't have people, you know, enjoy whatever. But the fact that he's so obsessed with crowd sizes and he has a teeny tiny mini crowd, a micro crowd, that gives me joy. I'm not going to lie. I'm petty.
They got the money, so now they've been doing the paid actors to fill in these crowds. And stuff.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of jobs apparently at America's State Fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bring your own fan and your water bottle. Yeah, I know they've done that, but they're really gonna need tens of thousands of extras.
Yeah, they got a lot of money to spend. I think they're gonna figure out a way.
Well, they need to hurry up and spend it because right now it looks empty.
Hey, they'll take it from your pocket somehow, somewhere, Dominique. Just you wait.
Yeah, well, they've been taking it. It's all bad, but I think the deterioration is noticeable, and it has to be manifesting somewhere. You see, he posted a picture comparing himself to Barack Obama. He was wearing his ROTC outfit, and he says Trump at 20, Obama at 20, and he's got Obama in a hat with the afro. And it backfired. Like everybody it was just meme-ified. Because, first of all, you're a draft dodger, and you're posting yourself in an ROTC uniform from high school and saying you were 20, like you were 20 in high school. I don't know. It definitely backfired, but it also shows you he's obsessed with crowd sizes, and he's obsessed with Obama and Black America, and now reparations, and not in a good way. E.C. Courtney says the ship is sinking, Miles. And that's kind of what I was referencing when I said we'll see what America, the 2032 Women's World Cup, comes to. Hopefully there's an America to come to. Hopefully it's revamped through the electoral process or something not too painful, but we don't know.
Don't know.
We do not know, because what we're doing right now, the plundering of America, the growing gap between rich and poor, and now they're getting ready to steal your safety net, which you paid for. You paid for those benefits. Your Social Security, your SSI, your Medicare, your Medicaid. We paid for those, and now they are taking them. They're getting ready to take them. We'll see what 2032 brings. Not too late to call me, 800-920-1580. You know where you are.
You can't fix what you won't face. And we face it every day. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
Listen up, KBLA delegation. We have something you need to hear. Right now, you may qualify for low-cost home internet. And we're not talking about a catch. This is real. Many internet service providers offer low-cost internet plans if anyone in your household is enrolled in CalFresh, Medi-Cal, SSI, or is income eligible. There are a lot of families in our community who deserve to be connected. Here's all you do. Call 844-461-7893. That's the Get Connected call center. Real people ready to help you enroll today. Or go online to internetforallnow.org to find a provider near you. You may also qualify for a low-cost computer through Human IT. Connectivity is not a luxury. In 2026, it's a necessity. And you deserve access just like everybody else. Call 844-461-7893. That's 844-461-7893. KBLA's got you. If you missed any of this, you can always go to our website at KBLA1580.com. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 in partnership with the California Emerging Technology Fund, CETF.
You've been hearing about it, and now it's your chance to get tickets to the LA Jazz Festival on the beach. Saturday, August 22nd, party on the sand with Janelle Monáe, Charlie Wilson, and Parliament Funkadelic. On Sunday the 23rd, it's John Legend, Raphael Sadiq, Original Coffee, Terrace Martin, and more. 2 epic days for a first ever music festival on Dockweiler Beach. Tickets are selling fast at lajazzfestival.com.
Going to a World Cup match in LA this summer? Ditch the parking stress and ride Metro. With direct service from across LA County, it's the easy way to get there for just $1.75 each way.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The BLM Center for Black Power is a hub for Black activism in the city of Los Angeles, a standalone nonprofit affiliated with Black Lives Matter LA. The venue is home to live events, meetings, and organizing drives for Black-led community-based organizations. It is also the base of operations for Black Lives Matter LA. Built on what used to be a nuisance property owned by an arms dealer, the BLM Center for Black Power is in the heart of Leimert Park and has opened its doors to everything from youth organizers to toy drives to film screenings and community town hall meetings. To make a donation or make a request, please visit blmla.org. That's blmla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Paul's on the phone, so I'm going to go straight to the phone. I got a question for you, Miles, but I'll hold it. Hi, Paul. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Dominique. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. What's on your mind?
I have to call in. For one, you're saying how is this happening is because, again, 90 million people sat on the couch. And we have to acknowledge that Republicans know, and I wouldn't even call it Republicans. Forget red and blue, everybody. I want people to focus in on more of the ideologies that are going on. People with money don't want to be taxed. They want tax dollars going towards their cuts, their subsidies, and things of that nature. They don't want their tax dollars in the little that they're taxed going towards your kids' education, going towards your role, to your roads in your community, to your stoplights and everything. They actually want to defund those things, starve those communities and things, and then gentrify them. So, yeah, when you say, well, how does this happen when his popularity is low, it's because those crazy MAGA people and their ideologies, the one thing they do is they vote. And that's why, Dominique, that when I called before and I was saying what I was concerned with the turnouts, even though it's an off-year election, it doesn't matter in my opinion. Because when people don't vote that look like me and you, those other people that are moving in and gentrifying our communities, they do vote. And then what ends up happening is they put their people in roles that you don't pay attention to. And then the next thing you know, you got Mothers of Liberty, descendants, you have Mothers of Liberty who are descendants of the Daughters of Confederacy getting on school boards. And what do you think that impacts? Our children.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. And here in LA, black voters do tend to vote above our weight. But it is also true that when we have greater turnout, progressive issues across the board do better. And we're not seeing that. We're not seeing the kind of turnout you would think, considering what's been happening with our country for the past year and a half.
That's true, Dominique. Black people themselves, as crazy, and I have smoke for the Democratic Party, but like I said, I look at ideologies, right? Because you have MAGA blue, just like you have MAGA red, but that's a whole nother conversation for another time, right? But when we show up in 2008, and we understand per capita, we understand we don't make up the largest percentage of this country, but because black people came up between 60 to 65% voting, we were able to pull in a black man and reelect him 2 separate times. That's how strong of a voting base we are. So why do you think they focus so much on removing our black representation and creating voter apathy? So when you say something like, well, how is this happening? It's because we have voter apathy because they're using these social media apps to spread misinformation and disinformation to get people to sit on the couch, because if we vote, we wouldn't be voting for this.
Absolutely. We would not. Well said, Paul. So the challenge, the riddle, the puzzle, the mission becomes getting people out to vote. I mean, it's really that simple. And we're talking November here. Well, I shouldn't say simple because we got to educate them. beyond the mis and disinformation, which have become weapons of war.
Yes, and I know we're at the end. I'm gonna call in next week, and I'm gonna give everybody preference on this right now. I'm gonna bring you facts on the Obama presidency that you don't know because they control the media, because they want to attack a black family, and I think it's very important for our people to know the things that did happen under the Obama administration that they don't know that had a positive impact on our community, Dominique.
Important indeed. Paul, as always, it's great to talk with you. Paul reads. We should all read more. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. There will be no mention of former NFL running back O.J. Simpson on the Wall of Fame at the new Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The Buffalo Bills CEO said Simpson is not a fit for what the Bills family and stadium represents. Simpson spent 9 seasons with Buffalo and died of cancer in 2024. According to CPAC, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California is the worst of the 11 U.S. venues hosting World Cup games. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts is the favorite. And hundreds of millions of dollars will be up for grabs this week in both the Mega Millions and Powerball lotteries. The Mega Millions jackpot is more than $500 million. The next drawing is tomorrow. The Powerball drawing is today. It's worth at least $360 million. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
If you're planning to watch Serena Williams' first singles match in 4 years, you're going to have to be up early or take some time away from work. Serena's first round match at Wimbledon is scheduled for Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. ESPN will have live coverage. Serena is facing Maya Joint of Australia. Joint is 24 years younger than Serena. The 44-year-old Compton native is making a comeback after retiring from tennis in 2022. The Dodgers beat San Diego Sunday 4-2. The Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the Padres in San Diego. They increased their lead in the NL West to 10 games. Dodgers shortstop Mookie Betts was 2 for 4 at the plate. Betts delivered a 2-run single with the bases loaded. In the last 10 games, Betts is batting .366 with 15 hits and 9 RBIs. The Dodgers are 5-1 on their current road trip. They start a 3-game series tonight in Sacramento against the A's. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Some interesting developments as it relates to Destination Crenshaw, or Procrastination Crenshaw, as it's known around these parts. So just north of us on Crenshaw Boulevard in